So in this video, I'm going to explain how many kitchen and bath remodelers are already using AI or a similar AI system at the bare minimum to book more kitchen and bath projects. In this video, I'm going to explain everything from a bird's eye view, and we'll go from there. So let's get into it. From a bird's eye view, once again, two parts to the system. There's lead generation, right, which is acquiring leads, and the 24/7 receptionist, okay, which is more so of the customer support backend system that's also extremely hands-off. So with that being said, of course, it all begins with lead generation. And what we still prioritize to this day is meta ads, which is Facebook and Instagram. This is what we use still to this day and prioritize when it comes to actually getting leads or getting homeowners to actually find out of your service and of your business, of course. So once we do that, well, in order to do that, we use Claude to create ad scripts for your business. Once again, this right here is just an example. You could literally screenshot this and copy and paste it into your Claude. If you're not familiar with Claude, it's like ChatGPT, but more so for copywriting. So very simple to use and free. You plug something like this into Claude as a prompt, and then it should make you some good ad scripts. Okay, and once you actually have the script or the scripts that you have made through Claude.ai, all you do is you upload them into arcads.ai. Now, arcads.ai or HeyGen as well. They're both platforms that allow you to make UGC style ads or talking head style ads. All that means is you can make ads that look like a human. They're AI generated, look like a human, and are converting extremely well to promote your service or your business as a whole. And an example would be something like this. The point of these ads, once again, is to make the content seem as normal as possible and not like an actual ad. Nowadays, it is extremely hard to do that when it comes to actually filming it your own. Not only is it more expensive to film it on your own with your own camera and your own production crew, it's hard to make ads look like organic content when you're actually filming it yourself. And with AI, luckily right now in 2026, because they're converting really well, we prioritize these because you can very easily edit the captions, add B-roll, and then on top of that, of course, run them at scale for your business. Also, if you're curious on how this works, I can make a separate video on how arcads.ai works. It's very simple, but just let me know in the comments, of course. But the point is, once you actually have the ads from Arcads, you wait for the talking head ads to render. Once they're ready, of course, you add the B-rolls and the transitions. Once you actually have that, you attach it to your lead form that will be attached on your Facebook. Now, this could be a funnel or it could be a Facebook ad lead form like this one, for example. Very simple, full name, email, and phone. You want to get the leads information, of course, make it as convenient as possible for them. Not too much friction in the beginning because you want the ads to actually work for the leads to actually start coming in. And of course, this will be on Facebook and your Instagram for the meta ads for your business. So again, pretty simple when it comes to actually acquiring leads. The next step, of course, is following up with the leads. Okay, because there's new leads and there's cold leads. Either way, they're gonna come in. You're gonna have both. Okay, like it's not gonna be all rainbow and sunshine. We already know this. If you run ads, you know this. Many people ghost you. Now what? Right? That doesn't mean they're not serious homeowners. It's just they got distracted, etc. So those obviously fall into the cold leads. But the new leads, the ones that do respond and are pretty active, those are the ones that I really quickly want to go over how the system works when it comes to them. Retail.ai. Okay. Now, Retail AI is an AI caller that you can make. You can use SimFlow as well, but Retail.ai is what we recommend right now. It's the best. It literally sounds human. Like it's so good. And the whole point of making an AI caller for your business, a very custom one, is to reach out as soon as possible. Okay, speed to lead. AI is better than human nowadays. Again, welcome to 2026 and beyond. Clearly, you need to reach out to these leads as soon as possible. Humans can't really do that. If you're running many ads and if you're truly trying to scale your business, you're probably running a lot of ads, which means you're probably scaling the business when it comes to your ad budget. The chances of you getting many leads are pretty high. So unless you have a big sales team, which sounds expensive already, you're probably not going to reach out to these people in under 60 seconds every single time, no matter what. And if you're in construction, again, it's so crucial. So retail, of course, allows you to make your own custom AI caller for your business to actually reach out to the lead, qualify them, and also book them straight into your calendar. And I'll explain how that works. You connect retail to your Go High level. Go High level is free as well. You can easily make a Go High level account. The entire system for the most part is easy. Retail to go high level. If you have questions on how this works, because it's more technical, you could say, schedule that call. We'll go over everything. But at the end of the day, from a bird's eye view, you connect your AI caller to your go high level. And as an optional, you can create a lead tag workflow. Again, I can explain what that is. It's completely optional. But the point is, on your go high level, you can attach your calendar. So your Google Calendar, your Outlook calendar, regardless what calendar you use, you connect it to your go high level. And the entire goal is to book a call or an appointment. And you do this by updating the AI caller's knowledge base. So all that means, once again, is that the AI caller becomes your employee. The AI caller becomes your employee. It understands your calendar, it understands your availability or your team's availability. And because of this, it can book calls directly to your calendar or even appointments, estimate appointments. And that's the objective for the most part. If you're watching this video and you have a remodeling business, you probably want the AI caller to book the estimate appointment as soon as possible rather than you reaching out. Again, either or works depending on how you run your business, consultation or the estimate appointment. Either way, the AI caller can do that. And that's the entire point. All in under 5 minutes guaranteed. And once again, when it comes to the actual AI caller, you train it to know your business. So like all the services, the areas you serve, the price ranges, the process from design to the moment the contract's signed, whatever you want. The entire knowledge base your AI caller will have. And you do this through retail.ai. Because again, the goal isn't to sell, but to book the actual appointment on your behalf. That's it. Now, when it comes to the actual cold leads, these are the people that opted in, but they didn't respond once again, or they ghosted after the appointment. There's two spectrums here. Okay, they opted in to your lead form, which is this one, video ads you made, of course, on your Facebook or Instagram, and they didn't respond, or of course they ghosted after the actual estimate appointment. All you do within your go high level is you make a workflow or an automation for reminders. Okay, and this is just an example of how that looks like. But again, you reach out to their phone number as well as their email. You can also have the AI caller reach out as well. So an example of how that would look like is if this, then that. So if no response after 15 minutes, something else happens. And again, if you have questions on how this works or an example, let me know. But of course, the entire point of this automation is to prevent leads from slipping through the cracks. Again, it's just because someone ghosted you doesn't mean they're not serious. Okay, the chances are they are, but life gets in the way. Because at the end of the day, and I'm sure you would agree with this, these homeowners are regular people. That doesn't mean you just leave them in the dust. Okay, you have to reactivate them, and the earlier you can do that, the better. Okay, and you can easily do that with automation, which is why cold leads are never truly cold if you reach out as soon as possible. And that's the whole point of this system when it comes to the AI caller as well as the actual SMS and email reminders that you'll have within your go high level within your business, essentially. Okay, so that pretty much is lead generation for the most part in a nutshell. The next step, of course, is the 24/7 receptionist or the customer service perspective. Now, there's three spectrums. There's the appointment setting, there's the reminders, and the customer service, of course. The customer service part is more so on the new part. It technically is optional, but again, it's working extremely well in all of construction, not just remodeling. So that being said, it all begins with appointment setting. What that means is, of course, whenever going back to that Meta form or that Facebook and Instagram form that you have, whenever they submit their information, okay, the AI caller, of course, knows your calendar, right, from your go high level. So it sets the appointment. So again, we pretty much already talked about this, but it's very simple. Your calendar is already attached to your go high level. So your retail AI caller easily knows everything and books and sets the appointment on your behalf, or the consultation call, if that's what you prefer. When it comes to the reminders, that's where you tailor the automations for reminders and re-engagement. So again, you set the booked call as the trigger or the actual appointment. Something like this, for example. Within Go High Level, again, very custom. This is the trigger. So whenever a customer books an appointment, something happens. So it's going back to that if this, then that reference. And when this is done properly, okay, of course, it needs to be done properly. Like the automations need to be set up correctly. When done right, three things happen. Okay, higher show up rate, less chasing, and appear more professional. Now, why do I say that? When it comes to your show up rate, for example, again, because you have so many reminders set in place, the chances of them at least letting you know, hey, I can't make the appointment. Hey, can we reschedule? Hey, I'm not interested anymore. Increases by a lot. okay? Because they're getting reminded through email, through SMS, through the AI caller even on your behalf. And you as the owner do nothing, right? Unless you want to, of course. So again, that single-handedly increases the show up rate. You find yourself not chasing at all for the most part, or a lot less than you used to be. Because again, you have the AI caller. Whenever someone does ghost you, going back to the cold leads, again, because you have this workflow, these reminders set in place, the AI caller will keep on calling. So like if they miss the call from like the initial call for the new leads, the AI caller, you can easily program it within retail as well as go high level to reach out within X time frame. Call back in 40 minutes if they don't answer. So again, the AI caller does the entire sales part when it comes to following up on your behalf. So you're not really chasing the AI caller, your employee's chasing now essentially. And then you appear more professional, pretty self-explanatory. Again, if you reach out within 55 seconds every single time, doesn't matter if it's 9:30 p.m. or if it's Sunday morning at 7 a.m. while let's say you're sleeping, I don't know. That's fine. AI caller is still up. It's working. Okay, so it reaches out as soon as possible. They're impressed. They want to work with you. Okay, because you stand out. And as a result of that, you usually close more deals. Conversion rate skyrockets, which is the entire point. And last but not least is customer service. So there's two sides. There's the website as well as the inbound calls. The website, all that means is within your current website, if you have one, all you do is within retail or even SimFlow, you create a chatbot pretty much within your business, of course, and you attach it to your website. Okay, so all that means is people can either have a conversation with your chatbot on your website, or they can literally call you. So again, it's very easy. They don't ever leave the website. All they do is click on one button, which is a phone, and they have a conversation with the AI caller that's trained on your business already. So again, it can book appointments on your calendar as well. Extremely hands off. Again, this is completely optional, but it's something to think about. You can do this if you wish. When it comes to the inbound calls, again, the whole point of this is to not miss any leads. Okay, and that includes people calling you from Google, calling you from Yelp, word of mouth, etc. So not even about Facebook anymore or Instagram. It's about in general. Okay, so you can have your retail that AI caller answer confidently and guide the call towards booking every single time. And of course, all this means is 24/7. So of course, the result of this is you'll be active 24/7, right? Anytime they call, you're covered. If you want to be the person to answer the calls, but you miss the call, you can have the AI caller pick up on your behalf instead of it going to voicemail. You can customize it the way you want. So when done properly, this is the entire full process on how many remodelers are using a very similar AI system to scale past $100,000 per month in recurring revenue. No sugar coated. The result of this, of course, is more happy customers, more money in your bank, and more referrals, right? Which I'm sure you're probably already getting anyway, but more referrals, more Google reviews, etc. Right? It's simple, it's automated, and it's running in the background, completely hands off. Unless, of course, you want to go in there and call up the people yourself, completely optional. So that being said, if everything is still confusing, or of course you would like to implement this yourself, or again, if you just have basic questions on, let's say, the AI caller or go high level, how that works, down below on this same video in the description box, I left a link to an overview call with me and my team. Completely free. On this call, we go over everything. I answer your questions. And of course, if you are interested in, let's say, implementing something like this within your business, you can have a conversation on how you can hire someone like us to do this full time. Again, we do this full time. So once again, if you are interested in seeing how this could work, book a free call, completely free. I'll go over everything. And if it still doesn't make sense, I'll probably still guide you on what you could do SEO wise, Facebook wise, etc., to actually, of course, stand out and grow your business. So either way, no pressure. Hope to speak to you soon if you are interested. If not, appreciate your time either way. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.